with the UDI Falcon, and we have a little bit of wind. Nothing too crazy, but it is gusting. I'd say probably like 5 to 7 mile an hour here and there. This piece of Velcro over here keeps this battery door from coming open. Even with a new battery, I bought a new battery that was black that I was flying with yesterday. It still wants to slide open, so it's not the clip. It's kind of like a defect. I got Velcro here, and then the opposite side Velcro there. We're going to turn this on and try to put this as flat as possible on the grass, and then we will turn this on. We will throttle up and then down, lightly up again. We are going to turn the speed up because we're definitely going to need it because of the wind, and then we are going to record. So here we go. This is a really nice flyer, guys. I haven't flown this enough. This is much like the Cheerson Phantom Superbird, but without all the features. As you can see, this flies nice despite the wind here. It's not really having much of any issues. And that way we're kind of flying with the wind. We're going to turn it around and fly against the wind here. And as you can see, it's able to do so. No issues whatsoever. This is a larger drone. If you see deals, guys, you really need to jump on them, because when I picked this up, I think I picked it up for under $40, and that was pretty epic. We're coming towards the wind here. Very nice flyer. There's a better look at it right there. And we're going to jump out towards the baseball field here. Gets good range too. I have yet to hit the range mark with it. So all in all, I'm happy with this. If you're looking for something a little bit larger that's not going to break the bank, you might want to go with this. It has a good camera on it as well. Definitely be posting up pictures of this on drone days. And again, I have to compensate for that wind fighting against it there. But there's a little bit of a range climb. I don't want to go too crazy because I do have residential neighborhood to the right of me and also in front of me. But there's a nice little climb for you there in the wind too. We are going to drop altitude, nose down, kind of dive bombing. We're going to yaw this way. As you can see, it functions just as I like it to. Occasionally the gyroscope on this will need to be adjusted via your trims. I've only ever had to do that once or twice, and I think it was because I wasn't calibrated, or I didn't go off of level surface. I'm not really sure how to calibrate the gyro. If you're able to calibrate the gyro, that might be something you want to consider when flying this. And right now I'm going to stop the video and then just restart the video. That way I know I have some video when I get home. Sometimes videos get corrupt and sometimes you don't have them, so be aware of that. And we're taking this up pretty high. What it's seeing right now is probably the small town that I live in. We aren't in the small town that I live in, we're in the small town next to it, which is a little bit larger, actually considerably larger than the town that I live in. And again, we got some wind here and this thing's having zero issues. We're going to dive down towards the baseball field here. She's coming down quick. We're going to come back towards ourselves. Very nice flyer, and this gets good flight times too. I had this outside, and that's actually why I've been flying it more, because I had this outside during a nighttime flight and didn't realize that I was getting almost 10-minute flight times on this until I did that night flight. And stoked about that. And again, a larger drone. Really cool looking drone too. You can hear that wind, I'm sure. thing's for sure a flyer. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the LEDs on here, although if my memory serves me correct, there is a warning on the controller that it'll start beeping when your voltage goes low. Jetting towards this way. I'll fly back into the wind here, and again you can see it has zero issues. Really fun drone to fly. Be careful if you're flying in wind, guys. You always want to fly against wind, not really with it, because if you have a hard time flying or you can't figure out orientation, there's a good possibility the wind will take it. So be aware of that and be cautious of that. Coming down. Also fighting wind. If you down throttle and pitch forward, you'll be more likely to fight it. If you are all the way up in the air with zero cover, that's going to be a harder fight for you. That's going to be a harder flight, harder fight. So be aware of that as well. And these are only gusts. If this was constant, maybe this would have a little bit harder time. But as you can see, it's not having a hard time at all. It's able to fight the wind. I mean, it's not cutting through it like butter, like the bugs would, but it's able to manage. Be able to hear the wind really good there. It's kind of at a standstill without me dropping altitude. To drop altitude, I definitely can fight it. So this ain't a wind cutter, but it's able to hang. It's able to fly if it had to. So be aware of that as well. Again, I'm going to bring this over top of my head. Keep an eye on those LEDs. The LEDs aren't blinking yet. This is a fairly aggressive flight. So for the LEDs not to be blinking, I'm not sure what the flight time is, but I'm sure it's above average right now. Again, that's along the lines why I've been flying this, because it gets good flight times, and I like to get a good flight time. And here. Can you hear that? I got a voltage meter going off. Not so much voltage meter, but my battery voltage. So we're going to bring this in here. Come on. This is going to be a little bit hard to do just because of the wind, and that's a good catch. Turn that off, and then we'll go home and check this out. I'm J Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and have a wonderful day. Take care.